Welcome back to another YouTube video. Time to talk about Raw, Impact, and AEW Dark. Raw was decent this week. Why I say that? Because we had Edge and Drew McIntyre start off the show. So that was good. Edge was like, you'll know when I pick when it's time for you to know. Then there's reports going around, Edge is going to pick Roman, Edge is going to pick Roman. I'm fine with Edge picking Roman. But what does that leave for Drew? Sheamus just turned on him, so there's a rope cake there. Um, Sheamus and Drew at Fastlane. Don't do that at Mania unless you have nothing else better for Drew. That's my thought. Don't do it at Mania unless you have. If you have something better for Drew, do that instead. Like Drew and AJ again. I'm fine with that. If they want to do Drew and AJ again, I'm throwing out ideas here. So either way, first opening segment of Raw, Drew, Edge, Sheamus, all good stuff. Drew gets turned on by Sheamus. Sheamus bro kicked him, obviously. Goes backstage. He gets out of there. Tells Drew Gulak to get his bags for him. Says he's not Drew McIntyre's best friend anymore, but I don't know. Maybe he's friends with Drew Gulak now? Mm-hmm. Could be, I guess. Riddle and Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley beats him. No. Riddle wins via DQ because Bobby Lashley put him in the hurt lock in the ropes. So that is obviously going to continue. Matt Riddle's been fighting the Hurt Business for what? 2 months now? 2 or 3 months at this point, I do believe. But yeah, I wanted I wanted to end with Matt Riddle getting the US championship. That's that's how I want this to end. Like Bobby Lashley has been built up this whole time. For who? Like why not let it be Matt Riddle? Whether you want Matt Riddle to win the championship at WrestleMania or before, if he wins it before, let him walk into WrestleMania as US champion. I'm fine with that. Xavier Woods and Mustafa Ali. Xavier Woods beat Mustafa Ali. Why do we want to see Mustafa Ali versus Kofi if he just lost if Mustafa Ali just lost to Xavier Woods? We don't. But they're gonna do it anyway. Because Mustafa Ali's gonna get his win back in some tag matches or something. Probably. Miz TV, Bad Bunny was on. I don't even know what he was talking. He wasn't talking about anything. He was like, Miz and Morrison, you guys want a record deal? Bad Bunny basically said, yeah, nah, that ain't happening. And he's like, oh, my friend wants to be on Miz TV. And Damian Priest comes out. I'm like, hey, Damian Priest on the main roster. His first match is against Miz and he beats him. Former WWE champion Miz, former US champion Miz, former IC champion Miz, former tag champion. Uh, Triple Crown, obviously. Grand Slam, there you go. Grand Slam champ, The Miz. Former Grand Slam champ Miz, and he's Mr. Money in the Bank. So, yes, Damian Priest beating Miz needed to happen. I'm glad it did. Damian Priest versus John Morrison. Whenever that happens, that'll be good. Better than this match, obviously. Hurt Business versus Lucha House Party for the tag belts. Hurt Business win, as they should. And then Cedric got annoyed at Shelton for basically taking the glory. Cedric was going to get the pin. He was going to hit his finisher. And Shelton pretty much was like, tag, nope, pay dirt. He's out of here. Asuka, Charlotte versus Lana, Naomi versus Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose. Lana and Naomi win. They're number one contenders for the tag belts. The Lacey, Rick, and Charlotte storyline is obviously continuing, which is why Charlotte and Asuka don't win, which is probably going to set up for Asuka being annoyed at Charlotte and then wanting to fight her at Chamber or Fastlane or Mania. They can save it for Mania if they want to, because this sub story of Charlotte and Lacey Evans, that needs to end before WrestleMania, because we don't want to see Charlotte being wasted on a talent like Lacey Evans. Well, I should say a talent like Charlotte being wasted on someone like Lacey Evans, or a talent like those two specific talents being wasted on each other. I don't know. Anyway, don't do Charlotte and Lacey Evans at WrestleMania, please. But yeah, obviously I'm bearing the lead here. Lana and Naomi win. Are they going to beat the tag champs? For Lana to finally get her comeuppance in that storyline, they have to. Yeah, Lana beat Nia before she was gone off TV for a little bit. And yeah, when Lana came back, she eliminated Nia from the Rumble. What does Lana really want to do? Take the tag belts from Nia Jax. So therefore, storyline wise, take the tag titles from Nia Jax with Naomi. Let's do it. I'm fine with it. Carlito, he spits in the face of people who don't want to be cool. Carlito and Jeff Hardy versus Elias and Jackson Ryker. You had to do something with Carlito. He's a part-time, he's like a part-time guy, but he also wants to be a producer. So, yeah, he can still go. You had to do something with him. Carlito and Jeff Hardy get the win. I'm fine with it. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Alexa Bliss wins, as she should. Edge and Randy. Edge wins, as he should. Get that Randy Orton storyline over and done with. That's why they did it as the main event of Raw. Because that was rumored to be the WrestleMania main event. Back in November? Which would have been, no. Nobody wanted to see that. Not me. All right, AEW Dark. We had Devon's boys, Terrell and Terrence versus, or Terrell and Terrence and Mabuda, or Mabad, Mabuda. I don't know. Anyways, it was them two versus the Natural Nightmares and Nick Comoroto. Obviously, the Natural Nightmares and Nick Comoroto win. You're not going to put Dustin and QT Marshall on AEW Dark and have them lose. That just doesn't happen. Phoenix versus Casey Navarro. Phoenix wins, getting momentum going into his 3-on-3 tag match tonight. As of this recording, it is tonight. So, Tay Conti versus Tesha Price. Tay Conti wins, as she should. Tay Conti, great wrestler. She's got a great look. As do most. Oh, what happened? Hold on. Okay. And yeah, that talking segment with Ricky Starks basically led to nothing. So what's the point to talk about that? Thunder Rosa versus Danny Jordan. Thunder Rosa wins. Next, she needed to. She got momentum going into her match against Britt Baker tonight. Fuego del Sol and Very Morales versus Santana and Ortiz. Santana and Ortiz win. I like the fact that on Sammy Guevara's vlog, QT Marshall was like, "You remember who went to Guerrero Fuego?" Fuego goes, "Yeah, my team with him." And QT's like, "Nah, but you're teaming with somebody who's got the same hair as him and kind of looks like him." And then they bring out this guy, and I'm like, "Yeah, he does have long black hair like Juventud has, but as far as looking like him, kinda." Layla Hirsch versus Catalina Perez. Layla Hirsch wins. Wait, what was this other match? It wasn't Tay Conti versus Layla Hirsch, was it? Oh no, it was Tesha Price. Okay, got it. And then Tesha Price, Layla Hirsch versus Catalina Perez. Layla Hirsch wins. Gaining Limelight and Risen versus The Acclaimed. The Acclaimed win, as they should, I guess. Uh, Bear Country, Sunny Kiss, Joey Janela versus Aaron Solo, Baron Black, Mike Verone, and Sean Dean. Obviously, the team with the established talent. Sunny Kiss and Joey Janela win. Sunny Kiss and Joey Janela and Bear Country win, as they should, because they have it. There's Sunny Kiss and Joey Janela are on that team. They're the established talent out of all 6 of those people. Diamante and Evilise versus Jasmine Allure and Vert Vixen. Diamante and Evilise win, as they should. They're the established talent. They have the tag team. They have the little medals to signify them winning the tag tournament. We got the Gun Club versus John Skyler and Ray Jax. The Gun Club win. Austin Gunn was over there on commentary. Just like negative one was on commentary for Tens match. Let me go to Red Velvet. Red Velvet versus Alex Gracie. Red Velvet wins. Or Garcia. It's Garcia. Yeah, it's Garcia. Or Gracie? No, it's Gracie. Yeah, Gracie. Sorry. Red Velvet wins. 10 versus Jake St. Patrick. 10 wins. Negative ones over there on commentary. Oh God, he made Tony. No, sorry, not Tony Schiavone. He made Excalibur literally just get up and walk away. That was great. Chaos Project versus Frankie Kazarian and Chris Daniels. Frankie Kazarian and Chris Daniels win, as they should, because they said if they're losing another tag match, then they're gonna break up. They ain't breaking up on Dark. It ain't gonna happen. It might not even happen on the Dynamite. It might happen at a pay-per-view. That might be a pay-per-view angle. They're going for the tag belts and then they lose, maybe. And then that's the way you break them up. They go for the tag belts, they lose their shot at the tag titles, and then they break up. That sounds like your angle right there. And then they go their separate ways. Who's going to be the bigger single star? Depends on if they want to give the championship to either one of them. Maybe they give it to Scorpio Sky before they give it to Chris Daniels or Frankie Kazarian. Wouldn't that be something? The guy who's not even involved in the storyline is the guy that gets the championship first. Anyways, Impact Wrestling, Tasha Steelz versus Havoc. This match was good. Tasha Steelz is great. Havoc is good. Havoc wins. Which is right, because it sets up for them getting a tag title shot down the line. Now we need Nevaeh to beat Kiera Hogan, and then for them to beat them both in a tag match. Havoc and Nevaeh, obviously. That we got backstage. Scott D'Amore telling Callahan that Ken Shamrock is suspended for attacking the referees and the security. Madman Fulton versus Josh Alexander. Josh Alexander wins, as he should, because he's trying to establish himself as a single star, obviously. And I'm like, there was no attack on Josh Alexander after this, because if there was, then Matt Cardona would have came out. But no, Matt Cardona came out later with the Eddie Edwards stuff. So we had Eddie Edwards in the ring, Brian Myers in the ring. Brian Myers attacks Eddie Edwards, and then out of nowhere, Supermax Hernandez comes out. I'm like, Hernandez? What are you doing here, bud? Well, I'll tell you what he's doing here. Because Matt Cardona had to come out and attack somebody, right? Yep. So we have, for No Surrender, we got Eddie Edwards, Matt Cardona versus, who did I just say? Brian Myers and Hernandez. Didn't think I'd see that. Ever, admittedly. But here we are. Just went over that. Alicia Falaba and Johnny Bravo are gambling, and Johnny Swinger's watching. Like they're at Swinger's Palace, which is just some random room backstage, I guess. I mean that's basically what it is, and they're gambling. So yeah, that's fun, I guess. Crazy Steve versus Larry D. What was it? Larry D wins, yeah? Hold on. Crazy Steve. Ropes. Big right. Oh, Crazy Steve won. My bad. No, wait. Hold on. No, Larry D won. Okay, never mind. Oh, he hit him with the elbow. He hit him with the clothesline and pinned him. Duh. What happened next? Trey Miguel had an interview which got interrupted by Sammy. What even happened? Trey Miguel and Sammy Callahan are gonna fight at No Surrender, I guess. Yeah, basically. Anyways, Larry D, Ace Romero, Tennille Dashwood. It's gonna be a 3-on-3 versus them three versus Crazy Steve and Rosemary and whoever they are gonna team up with. I don't know who they're gonna team up with. Susan versus Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace wins, right? And ODB comes back. So that's cool. I don't know what that means for No Surrender. Like everything coming out of this show was clear direction for No Surrender, clear direction for No Surrender, clear direction for No Surrender. Knockouts, I can't tell you what's gonna happen. Deonna Purrazzo versus somebody. That's all I got. Backstage, Matt Hardy's talking to Private Party. He says, "You guys are gonna win that tag team battle royal tonight, AEW Dynamite, obviously." And then he's like, "You guys are gonna win the Impact Tag Team Championships at No Surrender." And what else? TJP versus Rahit Raju. Rahit Raju wins. Why? Because Mahabali Shur is back. Who's Mahabali Shur, you ask? Well, he was in Desert Hit Squad for a little bit, and then he turned face, and then he started doing this. I can't even do it. Well, that's basically what the dance was. Him touching his shoulders back and swaying back and forth, touching his shoulders. That's what his dance was. Violent by design. They say they didn't attack Cousin Jake because they're extending an offer for him to join them. And Cousin Jake says he'll give his answer next week. So is Cousin Jake going to go heel with Cody Deaner? He could. I mean, heck, what's the worst that could happen? Them winning the tag belts as heels? I mean, I wouldn't necessarily hate that, right? I mean, currently the Good Brothers are tag champs and they're kind of heels. So for them to win the tag belts, I would prefer for them to be the face team. So maybe Private Party, because I for certain don't see Chris Sabin and James Storm winning the tag belts. If Chris Sabin's going to win the tag belts, it's going to be with Alex Shelley. Whenever Alex Shelley comes back, that's who he's going to win the tag belts with. Moose and Rich Swann versus Tommy Dreamer. Sorry. Tommy Dreamer and Rich Swann versus Moose and Chris Bay. My bad. Moose and Chris Bay win. Match was good. Tommy Jr. sidestepped the spear, and then Moose caught Rich Swann with it, pinned him, and Chris Bay was holding Tommy Jr.'s legs so he couldn't break up the pin. So, yeah, that's everything. I went longer than I usually do because I actually had slight opinions in this one. I don't know. 20 plus minutes, not even 30 minutes. Oh, obviously not 30 minutes. It's like less than 21. Anyways, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. See you guys on Thursday.